Zombie apocalypse. Apocalypse. Hair lips. Shut up, that's stupid. Howdy, it's me, Manic coming to you from the bunker system with today's extravaganza. It's adventure, stories, and artwork, and records. And today's painting is titled Mr. Seaman's Fishstick Zombie Apocalypse. Mr. Seaman's Fishstick Zombie Apocalypse. And I'm driving, okay, here's the deal. I'm on an exit ramp off a freeway onto another freeway. It's the outer belt. The outer belt, eastbound and westbound, empty into two lanes. The eastbound going northbound, you have to get over. The westbound, no, it's the east, it's the westbound. I'm cutting it out because I'm getting it wrong. The story has to be straight. I want to thank my friend Carol for helping me come up with the idea for this. Westbound, northbound ramp, you got to get over. The eastbound outer belt ramp to the northbound ramp dumps you off in a lane that is an exit lane for the next exit, so you got to get over. So I had to get over, and the person kind of behind, right, sort of next to me, has to let me over because I don't have much time. Most people are pretty nice. He lets me over, but then we're in a lane because there's two cars coming up pretty quick next to him, and there's one car right on the ass of another car, and they're kind of newish cars, you know, 4-cylinder sized cars, 6-cylinder maybe, not that anyway. And the car behind the car, the other car has got the horn all the way down, just constant. They zoom by. Like, Jesus. Starring the Mistress of Insanity. Ha ha, said the Mistress of Insanity. Co-starring the zombie, laptop zombie, the laptop grabbing zombies. There's Mr. Fishstick. What are we gonna do now, little Davey? No one want my damn fish stick. There's a big mushroom cloud just outside the Art Villa. What's happening in Seattle? That's what I'm saying. You got to be able to get on Facebook to keep up with everybody and what the hell's going on. And the thing of it is that when you're on Facebook, you can kind of tune out all the flames and the horrible screams of the dying. Let's get naked, Mr. Fishstick. What did you say? Nothing. I'm just making fun of you because you of your little fish stick. So then I see the car in front of her like jerk over into the middle lane now, because it's basically 4 lanes at that point, into the middle lane, the third lane over, and then into the fast lane, and the person following him just jerks it over, and the car kind of swerves a little bit. I'm like, this is kind of serious. What the hell's going on here? And they're going pretty fast, and they're in the fast lane, and I see brake lights come on, and brake lights go off, and brake lights come on, and I get up a little bit farther, and then I start to see what I think is the car off the side of the road. Never mind, I'm going to cut all that out. I'm not even going to get into that. I watch Fox News because the anchor babes are so smoking hot. That's it. Never. Ron Wilson, In the Realm of Sanctuary. This is a Private Press album, and I think it's going to be private pressed folk Christian. Okay, he's written all his own songs, and the name of the first song is Dark Clouds. So you know it's kind of like a downer Christian folk album, I think. So he's at home when the apocalypse hit with his dwarf friend, little Davey. And that's when I see a cop car come up next to me, and I'm like, I know he's just like now seeing it too, because I can kind of see it. And I'm watching him, and sure enough, he barely gets in front of me and his light bar comes on. The sounds of gospel. I bought this because it's a local pressing. You've got a fish stick. How big is your fish stick, Mr. Fishstick? What? Why not? You got something against friendships between a man and his dwarf friend? Never mind. That's not good either. That's why I chop these up, because I say things sometimes that are not, it's not good. So, Mr. Seaman's Fishstick zombie and before he can stop, or he's just stopping, I get up on the two people, and they're like, one person's pulling up and one person's pulling up, and the cop he parks, and the guy that's in the car following, or the girl, whoever it was, gets out and starts back to the cop car. You do not want to do that. When the cop car pulls up behind you with the light bar on, you want to stay in your damn car. Mr. Seaman's at home in his bunker with his friend, little Davey. They got the laptop. They've got the battery-powered backup. They're on Facebook. They're trying to figure out what's going on with the apocalypse. They learn that it's just not the end of the world. There's zombies. Of course there are. There's always zombies in any apocalypse these days. I don't know where the zombies came from or how the zombies were created. But I do have the question, do zombies pee? I just wonder, you know, they're eating meat and the meat has liquid in it. I wonder if they have to, you know. So I've got this painting asks the questions, do zombies pee? I don't know. They probably don't care. If they pee, they're just like, what? They're not even cognizant of it. This may or may not be good. Jim Fair singers. You know something's going to happen here, because you got the dad, Jim Fair Sr., with his guitar, and you got the boy with his electrical guitar. I am the mid-level manager, the Grim Reaper. What are you doing in this painting? Well, it was a piece of wood I was cut out to be used in another painting, along with the Mistress of Insanity, and I didn't make it into that painting, so now I'm temporarily visiting this painting. Temporarily? What do you mean by that? You glued me in with hot glue. That's pretty sticky stuff. I don't think I'm going anywhere. So the zombies in this case, they're roaming the country looking for laptops. That's what they sense, working connections to the internet, laptops, people using Facebook and trading email, and they go after it. They can't stand it, and they get the laptop and they smash it. Now you must die. But little Davey, I figured, I'm trying to keep his character clean and on the straight and narrow, because he was just a nice kid and he was clean and he was on the straight and narrow. So the Let's Get Naked thing was pushing it. But I'm figuring it's an inside joke. He's hanging out with Mr. Fishstick, and everybody has always made fun of him and his name. And how's your fish stick hanging? You know, like that's one of the jokes that Mr. Seaman's fish stick would hear. It's not Seaman. Seaman, like, that's the brand name. His last name's Fishstick. It's like Kentucky Fried Chicken. They named it after him, Fishstick, okay? Little Davey understands the erotic nature of a Seaman's Fishstick. It's the Kelly family, probably bluegrass gospel on Sunray. Where are they out of? It's Lexington, Kentucky. It's published in Lexington, so this is basically local too. Mr. Seaman's Fishstick. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Seaman, how's your fish stick hanging? You know, he hears that joke. He's been hearing that joke ever since he was a kid. Mr. Fishstick. That's his name, and he makes fish sticks. The King of Richard Fugel Knights. Anyway, you know how I can't pronounce crap like that. There's some interesting photographs on the back of candid shots of people smoking. I think that woman's smoking a little cigar. Something weird's going on in the back. Oh, it's Mrs. Robertson. Just some of those songs, Mrs. Robertson. So they're playing off of the movie on the back in those shots. That's what the deal is. Anyway, that doesn't make any difference. I've got a King Richard album, and I believe, if I remember correctly, it's a made-up name for a guy didn't make that many albums. The one I found, he's got some weird, almost like a plastic beard. He's got the weirdest beard, but it's real. Anyway, it was a great space-age stuff, as I remember, so I was happy to get this for $1. But what I've decided is that the Grim Reaper, the mid-level corporate manager, when he kills somebody, he's very apologetic. He doesn't like coming into somebody's house. It's like, well, sorry. This could be the most annoying album I have ever found. And it doesn't feature it's a small world. But it's the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade chorus and recorder and ensemble. One of the songs covered is Muskrat Love. Mr. Fishstick is the corporate owner. He's the owner of the corporation, the Mr. Seamans Fishstick Corporation. Gordon Jennings, Hawaiian Wedding Song. There's a vocal backup singers. I'm very happy and I'm looking for some action. You mighty Wurlitzer keyboard playing animal, you. Alright, but now the Reaper, the Grim Reaper mid-level manager for the Fishstick, Seamans Fishstick Corporation. He's the hatchet man. He comes along and he fires people on Friday. He's the Grim Reaper. But he hates doing it. He hates doing his job, so he's always very apologetic. He hasn't learned yet just to handle it very matter-of-factly and to get it over. He's always like, oh, I'm sorry, you got a family, but we're going to have to let you go. There's the Mistress of the Sanity and the laptop stealing. See, when the power goes out during the apocalypse, it's going to be battery backup power only to get to Facebook so you can see what the hell's going on with your friends in cities on the East Coast or West Coast or Canada or Russia. You're like, hey, what's going on here? I got a mushroom cloud on the horizon. There are people in the street screaming and carrying on, and they're throwing things through windows, and they're stealing TV sets, and there's blood in the gutter. The gutters are running red with blood. What's going on over there? So the person, you know, on the West Coast or East Coast or in Great Britain and UK, they're like, yeah, I'm inside in my recliner using my battery-operated backup, talking to you, but the zombies are after. They sense it. They smell laptops and hubs and the wireless connection, and they hate that, and they come in and they take your hub or your laptop and they smash it. They smash it on the ground. Smash! Your laptop is smashed on the ground, and you're left there like, hey, what am I gonna do now? You think I can live another day without Facebook? And that's when it sets in. The reality of the situation sets in that this is the motherfucking apocalypse, and you can no longer get on Facebook.